next is convenience. Convenience of taxation means taxes should be collected by the way that it easy and convenient to taxpayer to pay. So like for example, an income tax, madidak na siya automatically from our salary. Like sa BPO, every salary nila is deducted na siya. So, it easy to taxpayer to pay their taxes. So, next is economy. Economy in a taxation means ang tax dapat is collected siya in a way that cost by the government as little as possible. So, example, using automated system to collect VAT instead of sending taxes collectors to every store, saving time and money. So, mura siya o kanang easy to pay bitaw. So, next is the 3 phases. So, not the 3 phases, levy or imposition. So, involve siya sa impact ng taxation to free to select the person or the property or the business, interest or privilege that may be. So, ang imposition is meaning official act of the government charging on a tax on persons, property, or goods. So, it's for example, ang government is ga-impose 12% on the sale of the product in the store. So, mo deduct siya ng mga 12%. It depends sa store. So, next is assessment and collection. Assessment and collection is the refer to the process of determining how much taxes is due. So, example, the tax office calculate na ang income taxes every year. So, assessment na siya. Then, you pay it through online banking or a payment center or collection. So, next is payment. Ang payments, ano siya ang act of giving the tax due to the government, usually in money. So every business, especially sa businesses, is kung sa annual income tax na ginahatag sa tuwa ng Bureau of Internal Revenue is pwede rin siya to online payment system. Dili na literal na kailangan mahasol pa o yan. So next is of taxation. So ang purpose ng taxation is to raise the revenue and to provide funds to promote the general welfare, especially sa to citizens. Next is we have a characteristics of the sound tax system. First is fiscal adequacy. Second is theoretical justice. Third is administrative, and 4 is via civility. Next is classification of taxation. So first is personal, pool, capital, and tax. So ano siya ang tax na fixed tax na siya nag-impose sa kada individual regardless sa income or property. So like for example, ano siya? Kung yung tax is per 100 per adult citizen, pero mostly nung good is depende siya kung dako kay imong income, possible dako po kay kagkuan kanang tax on the ownership of the property such as land, buildings, or the real estate. So Example is a homeowner pays an annual tax based on the assessed value of their house and lot. So, next is excise tax. Refers siya sa any tax which is does not fall within a classification of a full tax and property as a purpose. So, example is tax on alcohol, cigarettes, and gasoline. So, mura. Same siya sa last kuan nato, mura balik siya. So, general fiscal or revenue tax. What is siya imposed na primarily to raise money for the government general expenses. So, like for example, is income tax collected gikan sa individuals and corporations to the fund government operation like schools, hospitals, and public infrastructures. So, next is special or regularly tax. Ano siya ang i-impose for a special purpose of the government to achieve some social and economic end. Example, tobacco or alcohol to discourage consumption. So next is as to scope the authority imposing the tax. So first is national tax, second is municipal or local tax. So ang national tax is ano na siya ang imposed by the government, while municipal or local, so there are kinds of taxes under existing laws. So narigya pa siya national tax and local tax. When we say national taxes is implied siya by the national government under the national internal resources. So while local taxes is imposed siya by the local government or to meet the particular needs under the government. So natay types of gross income. So makita rin niyo siya diri. Life insurance amount received by the insurance as a return of the premium gives compensation for injuries and sickness. Income exempt under VT, retirement benefit, pension, gratitudes, miscellaneous. Income derived by the foreign government, income derived by the government or its political subdivisions, prizes and awards, 13th month pay, GSIS, SSS, Medicare, or other contribution, gains from the sale of the bonds, gains from the redemption of shares of in a mutual fund. So, yes. So, natoy ko Andrea, parang state tax. Ang state tax is a tax on the right decrease the person transfer their estate. So, ang donors tax is gina-transfer ang property as a gift, rates, opacit, and exemptions. So, person na required to file a VAT returns is anyone who does annual sales or income exceed 100,500,000. People who should register for a VAT but didn't, anyone who imports into the country. So, ang VAT rate nato diri is 12% sales of goods and properties, 12% sales of services and lease of properties, 12% of importation of goods, and 0% on an export sales in zero-rated transactions. So, which next is the documentary stamp. So, documentary stamp is a tax of the document, instrument, and papers evidencing an acceptance, assignment, sales, or sales or transfers of ng obligation. So documentary stuff, example kana magkuha kag papers which is mga important documents sa schools or kanang trabahoan nimo is mga kailangan gud sila og documentary stamp to prove na kana gidawat na nato ang ato ang papers ana. So